I'm Rantasmo, and there is something very satisfying about hypocrisy. In the grand marketplace of ideas, finding out that your ideological opponent is a hypocrite often feels like receiving a big, shiny, gift-wrapped present. In a way, it kind of lets you off the hook. The appeal to hypocrisy is technically a logical fallacy, as any number of pedantic internet commenters will be very eager to tell you, but it can be a good barometer for telling when someone is arguing in bad faith. You don't really need to debate someone or spend a lot of time explaining to them why their position is harmful when clearly even they don't believe in the values they're espousing. Hypocrisy makes things simple, easy.
This would be the perfect time to point out Donald's hypocrisy and show all 27 of his angry tweets about Obama golfing too much, but that would be too easy, which is why I'm going to do it anyway.
Pointing out the current president's golf habits doesn't actually say very much one way or the other regarding the validity of his complaints regarding Obama's golf habits, but they are a pretty good indication that he never actually gave a shit. Of course, pointing out someone's hypocrisy only really has a tangible effect if the person in question has any sense of shame or memory. In fiction, however, making a character hypocritical is a very simple, efficient way to highlight the weakness of their position. It's especially popular with subjects like homophobia.
I know we disagree on a lot, son. I'm getting used to your lifestyle, but we can still be a family.
Between films like American Beauty and more recently in TV shows like Glee and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, there's no shortage of virulently homophobic characters who are eventually revealed to be self-hating, closeted gay people.
How'd you like it if I tried to convert you?
I wouldn't care, because that's like impossible. There's no way you guys could convert me to your lifestyle.
Let's give it a shot.
Well, I'm gay.
Like most story tropes, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with a little gentle ripping at the expense of an obvious closet case. Heck, if I claimed otherwise, that itself would be pretty hypocritical of me. This is, after all, something that occasionally happens in real life. There's even a tenuous bit of science behind it. The results of a study in 2012 suggested that subjects with unacknowledged gay attraction were more likely to have homophobic attitudes. And when a longtime anti-gay politician or hate-spewing pastor does get exposed as a giant hypocrite, it's very difficult not to derive at least a little bit of schadenfreude from that. But where things get problematic is in reinforcing the belief that everyone who is homophobic is secretly gay themselves, because this is something that has real-world consequences. In the wake of the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, where dozens of LGBT people were killed or wounded, many people were all too eager to latch onto the largely unsubstantiated rumor that the shooter was gay himself. Whether or not that's true, and it seems like it probably isn't, a number of hate groups have tried to push this as an example of gay-on-gay crime. Not a hate crime at all, but rather an example of gay people being more likely to commit violence. Similar claims have been levied at the murder of Matthew Shepard by people who insist that his killer was gay and that this wasn't a homophobic hate crime, but rather a symptom of the rampant violence and self-destructive tendencies that plague the gay lifestyle. Gratifying as it may be, the closeted homophobe trope is too often used to push the responsibility for homophobia and hate crimes off of heterosexuals and onto the victims, queer people. It's also sometimes used as a way to make homophobic jokes in a way that's ostensibly progressive. You can really only make so many Mike Pence sucking a jokes before we start to think that maybe you just want to make jokes about guys who suck. At the end of the day, you're still basically using gay as an insult. Internalized homophobia is real, but it's not the cause of oppression. It's a symptom of it. Homophobia is still bigotry regardless of whether or not it's hypocritical, and it shouldn't have to be hypocritical in order to be seen as harmful. I don't necessarily think we need to stop making fun of all the Larry Craigs and George Allen Rakers out there, but in poking fun at homophobia and the hypocrisy that sometimes comes with it, I think we have to be wary of collateral damage. Maybe we can all just agree that just because Mike Pence and other homophobes want to f over gay people doesn't necessarily mean they want to actually f us. And thank God for that, because quite frankly, they don't deserve to.